Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is 9:20 p.m. Sunday, the 29th. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. I just want to come in real quick and drop a quick story that interested me pretty. It was really appalling to me what happened. So I want to go over it real quick. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but it's the delivery driver stabbed a pregnant Florida woman over $2. Um, Now, before I start with this story, I want to kind of go through an experience that I went through, especially during the COVID. When the COVID was hitting, I ordered a lot of food. I door dashed a lot. I Instacarted a lot, and that's just how I got all my necessities and things like that. So I one thing about it, I'm a licensed barber, so I always tipped my drivers um, very well. Now, there's a couple of times I did get cheap, but I learned my lesson from that. I'm gonna tell you why. If you DoorDash or Instacart somebody and you only give them $1 or two, they're not. Nobody's gonna pick that order. I don't know if the company makes you do the order. I'm not sure, but that order will just keep looping, and you be like, "What's wrong?" And then you can hit "Hey, what's up with my order?" And then customer service will get with you or whatever. I found out, hey, just give them the $5, give them $5 to $8, you know, and everybody's gonna be fighting to get it to you, especially if it's food. You want it hot. You don't want the food sitting in the window, you know, people breathing over it. Just give them the money. If you're not, cook your food and do it. Now, I'm gonna say this. As a licensed barber, I've been cutting for over 20 years. And when I cut somebody hair, I don't expect a tip. I don't expect it. Some give it to me, some don't. Okay. Um, you can't. People can do what they want with their money. The DoorDash people they feel so entitled now. I mean, they get mad. I've seen videos of women, especially clear women. I seen a video of a clear woman that brought somebody their food. I guess the black girl didn't have enough money on her card, so she had the cash for the young lady. So the clear lady wrote a letter, put it in the bag. She was that upset, walked up to the lady's residence where she was delivering it, gave it to her, and lady said, "Hey, I don't want your tip. Next time, tip your driver," and walked off. And she left a letter in the bag instead of just taking the tip. But she had already messed up. She had already left a note in the bag, and she was already upset. So she missed out on her tip. When I start seeing stuff like that, I just realized that a lot of these people, they feel entitled. They feel you're supposed to give them a tip. And you just don't have to give nobody a tip. You're not entitled to give anybody a tip. So, but I'm going to start with this story. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty wild, ladies and gentlemen.
Story that our Fox 35 Orlando team has been covering as a pizza delivery driver was arrested and taken to the Osceola County Jail after she's accused of stabbing a pregnant woman several times over a small tip. That is according to the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. The 22-year-old was arrested Monday and faces charges of kidnapping, home invasion, and aggravated assault. She's also charged under the same statute that covers premeditated murder. Matt Trezza with our Fox 35 Orlando team has much more on that.
Osceola County deputies say Melinda Irizarry was stabbed 14 times, all because a pizza delivery driver didn't get a big enough tip. Osceola County deputies say 22-year-old Brianna Alvelo and a man broke into the motel room where Melinda Irizarry was staying with her boyfriend and 5-year-old daughter. An arrest report says the man pointed a gun at the girl, then forced Irizarry's boyfriend into a bathroom. Then Alvelo allegedly took out a knife. Irizarry needed over 200 staples for cuts across her arms, wrists, shoulders, back, stomach, and breast, 14 in all. She also needed surgeries for a punctured lung and severed tendons in her knee. In the hospital, doctors told her she's also recently pregnant. In an exclusive interview, she says she's lucky to be alive.
Once I realized the severity of the situation, I'm like, oh my God, these people came in here to hurt us.
So far, Irizarry's doctors haven't said when she'll be able to leave the hospital. Alvelo is being held without bond. Deputies are still searching for the man that she was with and asking anyone with information about this case to please give Crime Line a call. In Kissimmee, Matt Trezza, Fox 13 News.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna catch that dude. The dude she was with. I want to say something. This is the type of, you got to think of something. It's more to this story, but I just want to stop it there. It's more to this story because they actually had an interview with the lady that was stabbed. And when you hear this is insane. I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. But the guy, keep in mind, this guy, they haven't caught him yet. Come on.
Matt, thank you so much for that report. Our Fox 35 Orlando team has been all over that story, gathering the latest details. And as Matt said, our team did speak one-on-one with the victim via Zoom. And we did kind of take a portion of that interview where she explains what happened here. I do want to play that for you on Live Now from Fox.
My pizza came cold. My wings came cold. I personally am not going to tip anybody who is bringing my pizza late at an awkward time, and my pizza is cold and at night, So I was already kind of getting confused. I already felt a little weird about it, but I didn't think anything of it. So when I got to the door, she seemed very sweet. She had her hair down. She didn't give me no hostile energy until I gave her the money to pay. The pizza and the order, it was about $33. I gave her 2 20s and a 10. So I gave her $50. I'm expecting to receive $17 change back, which I was going to give her a tip, like I do to everybody that delivers my food. But being that it came late, being that my food was cold, being that it was an awkward time frame, and as soon as I handed this woman the money, she walked away out the door, and my door was still cracked open because I'm expecting my change back. And she just tried to walk away. And I was like, this is how I said it. This is exactly how I said it. Hey, girl, I need my change back. And she was like, oh, you need your change? Well, we don't offer change. So she ended up with a $2 tip, which I honestly felt like she didn't even deserve because my pizza was cold. It was super late. I was just like, she's already giving me attitude. About 30, 40 minutes later, we get a knock on the door, loud enough to wake us up from our sleep. So my boyfriend was like, oh, it's late. Don't open the door. But I wasn't thinking anything of it, because it's like, I'm in a...
See, ladies, when your man tell you something, listen to him. He told her, don't open the doors late at night. And from what I can see, they're in a hotel. They don't even have security doors. Somebody really can kick those doors in. But see, I'm gonna say this. I know how women are. I know how females can be to one another. And I'm not saying that this happened, but when she said, "Hey, girl, give me, the $2," we don't give tips. Something else was said. Something happened. She didn't just come back. You know what I'm saying? She didn't just come back and knock on the door. It was some words exchanged. Well, we don't give tips. Well, y'all should. You taking my, and they don't tell them what happened. Somebody was talking greasy. Somebody was talking pretty greasy. Okay? Somebody was talking greasy. And she got that dude with her. That's what women like. They like them type dudes. Violent. So he obviously was about that action, and she definitely was. That's why she liked him, because she that way too. About that action. So I just want to bring that up. It ain't like she just walked away and somebody came back to the door.
I don't know if they had, I've never had any altercations. I don't have any problems with anyone. I wasn't fearing to open the door. I don't know if it was a neighbor maybe asking for something, the hotel lobby managers coming to say.
Well, we don't know that, man. We don't know. Why would your boyfriend tell you don't open the door? Because of altercation that just happened before they left. And see, the man is like, don't open the door. Just let him go away. Let it die down. Let it die down. Whatever her name is, Miranda, let it die down. No, forget that B. Forget that B. What's up? But she didn't know what she was opening the door to. She didn't know. Pride comes before the fall, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
Say something to me, because it was very odd. We didn't invite anyone over, so I'm like, okay, I'm curious to know who it is. I didn't look through the window or the peephole, because I didn't think anything of it. I was half asleep. We had just ate. I woke back up. I opened the door. As soon as I opened the door was cracked. I cracked it open. As soon as I cracked it, she put her foot on the door. And both of their backs were facing me. I couldn't see their face. When I opened the door, they both had their backs towards me.
Could you imagine somebody open up the door? No, you open up the door and somebody's foot comes in the door and their backs are turned. Could you imagine? See, I stay by myself, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm always, somebody told me one day, man, you scared in your own house? It's not about being scared in your own house. That's why I don't want a big house. Why would I want a big house? That's giving, so somebody could be living in your house and you won't even know it because it's so big. What if you in your house one day and you look up, somebody's in there? It happened to LL Cool J. You know how freaky that's got to be? This woman opens the door and her biggest fear started to happen. Come on.
And as soon as it opened, she kind of kicked the door with her foot and rushed herself in. And they both just rushed in, and she locked the door behind her. As soon as
Wow. Man, they got in the room and locked the door behind them. Whew. That's pretty scary, man. Come on.
saw that she locked the door, I realized the situation was
I bet you did.
a lot more serious than I
bet you did.
thought I expected. It just kind of happened so quickly. And from there, as soon as he came in, he pointed the gun at me. Then he pointed the gun at my daughter. I put my hands up. I said, whoa, 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 I have my child. We don't got nothing in there. What's going on? No one said anything. I just said, I got my daughter. What is this? What's going on? They had ski mask on, so we could only see their eyes and their eyebrows, and like their body frame. But I could not. They were not recognizable at all. I was like, who are these people?
I want you to see how this girl looked. Look at her. Now it's a shot of her coming out of the police station. And she looks like she's got a smile on her face. She looks like she don't even regret it.
What is going on? Like, it just caught me by surprise. And once I realized the severity of the situation,
there it is, right there. I want to take it back. I want to take it back right there. I want you to see. I mean, it just seems to me she's smiling. To me.
No one said anything. I just said.
That's what it seems like to me.
I got my daughter. What is this? What's going on? They had ski mask on.
Yeah, she looks like she's smiling.
We could only see their eyes and their eyebrows, and like their body frame. But I could not. They were not recognizable at all. I was like, who are these people? What is going on? It just caught me by surprise. And once I realized the severity of the situation, I'm like, oh my God,
she looked like she's smiling. She looked like she's smiling.
As soon as he came in, he pointed the gun at me. Then he pointed it to my daughter.
She looks like she's smiling, man.
And then quickly pointed it at my partner and told him that he needs to go into the restroom, in the bathroom. He just complied, put his hands up and listened to the male, and he forced him into the bathroom where he put him in the tub. He told him to go stand in the bathtub, and I could not see him anymore. I was in between both beds with my child.
Wow. He told him to go get in the tub. Man, you see, every time you see a movie, when they tell you to go to the bathtub, you know what's getting ready to happen. They don't want to make a mess. Man, they'd have to fight me. I don't know if I went to that tub. I don't know. But you never say what you would or would not do unless you're in that situation. You find out what you're made of.
And he forced himself, he forced my boyfriend into the bathroom, and he was holding him at gunpoint the entire time.
This is insane. That's her. And a lot of these people that's doing this they're from a different nationality, man. They're from a different nationality. Yep. I'm sure she could talk another language.
So, and he was getting close to him, then he would back up, then back close to his head again, then back up. It was too much going on. So, and I'm thinking about my boyfriend, like, if I react anyway, this guy may shoot my boyfriend in the head, and the situation just becomes 30 times worse. So I just was holding my daughter, telling her it's okay, everything's going to be okay, it's all right, everything is fine. I'm holding over her, and next thing you know, I feel a big thud on my back. I honestly thought, she hit me so hard, I thought it was a punch. Because you can hear, the air out of my back. and I turned around ready to defend myself. I pushed my daughter out the way onto the bed, and I told her to stay right there, and I turned around, and once I looked down on the floor, I was already bleeding all over the floor. So I realized really quickly that she didn't punch me, she stabbed me. So I'm like, she really stabbed me with this pocket knife right now, or I'm not sure if it was a pocket knife or a regular knife, because it was like a foldable one. So I'm not exactly sure if it was a blade or a knife specifically, but it was pretty big, and it definitely did a lot of damage to my body. I turned around some more, and she just continued to stab me. She stabbed me again on my back. And after she stabbed me on my back the second time, that's when I felt a whole heap of blood just spew down my back. And I realized I had a huge gash on my back. And I just laid down on the bed, and she just started slicing me, just going crazy, kind of just taking her, like, she had it in the left hand, so she was just kind of like back swinging and just going crazy and just stabbing me. This really taught me, like, the willpower I didn't even know I had, so it's definitely a big impact, very different change. It's pretty traumatic, just to go through that, with my partner, as well as my daughter, seeing that whole thing, and kind of, it's pretty heartbreaking to me. It's just, I didn't want my 5-year-old to see me go through that at all. And I never in my life thought that I would go through something like that.
Wow. That's pretty heavy, man.
Guess what? You should definitely publish your.
It's pretty heavy right there. I hate that happen. Yeah, that's pretty heavy, man. Wow. That would have messed me. She's gonna be traumatized for, if not her rest of her life, a long time. Long time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't open your door for nobody, especially if your man tell you don't open the door. Second of all, when people are carrying your food, be nice as you can. There's two places where I'm nice at. When I'm getting something done, medical in the hospital, or if I'm at a restaurant. Because I don't want nobody messing up my food, and I don't want nobody jacking me up in the hospital. People be in the hospital going off on the doctors, the nurses. Man, I be kissing they behind. And every time a DoorDash driver brings me my food, like I said, I give them minimum $5. Sometimes I give them 6, 7, 8, 10. I'll give them 12 before. And so, and I stay in the hood, let's just say that. So when they come down here, they be like, man, somebody here did this? They think black people don't tip no way. So when they see me, it just breaks the ice. If you don't have enough money to tip, don't order no food, man. Because just, you got people riding around in the car all day. Telling what they got going on. Some of them getting high. I mean, ain't nobody in the car with them. You don't know what's going on. You got somebody bringing you your food that you don't even know randomly. Okay? And you don't give them a tip, they can slip some poison or anything in your food. Go on and tip the people. It ain't gonna hurt. I tip them real good. When they see me, they be smiling. How you doing? How's your day going? I'm like, I'm going pretty good. And you know what I tell them every time? Thank you for coming out for me. Even though I know it's their job, even though I know I still say thanks for coming out to make them feel good. You know what I'm saying? You should be surprised how being nice, how far it'll get you. Sometimes you just can be nice to people and they still gonna be nasty to you. So, but you can't stop that, you know. But hopefully this young lady heals well. Hopefully she recovers mentally. That child in there, I don't know how old her child was, but that's pretty that's messed up. You got to think about the child seeing the father go in the shower and then seeing the mother cut up like that. And you got to think of all the screaming and the hollering and that child, man. That child, man, that's pretty messed up. So everybody in that whole situation is going to have to heal pretty much. But that guy that got away, because I don't know how they caught her. I know they got cameras, and they probably, I'm sure they got their license plates. She gon' tell on him. She gonna release it. People always talking about keeping it real. Man, let me tell you something. They gonna shake her down to where she gonna break and give up that boy name. That's home invasion, kidnapping, assault. She finna do some time. He finna do some time too. But this is the crazy thing. The woman is the one done the damage, but you better believe that man gonna get more time than the woman. I don't know how that works. I mean, she drawed blood, but he gonna get more time than her because he had that gun. And so, yeah, man, he gonna get some time for that. You come in somebody home, apartment, wherever they stay in, a hotel, their personal space, and violate them like that with a child in there. Oh yeah, y'all finna go. They finna do some time. And she seemed like she didn't even care. She was smiling. It seemed like to me, smirking. I don't know, man. This day and time, people seem like it ain't nothing to go to jail. They seem like it ain't nothing. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't want to go to jail. That's why you don't want to do the crime. You don't want to do the time. Don't do the crime. But it's an unfortunate situation. I don't know how old she was, but she didn't look that old. She definitely didn't look that old at all. And just a matter of time before they catch him. I mean, they're going to put her in that interrogation room. They're going to leave her in there, starve her out, don't let her eat, put her in that room without no windows. She's going to be sitting in there. They're going to come in there, come out. They got manipulation tactics. She gonna break. She gonna tell. His name is so and so and so. But not only that, they gonna get her. They got her phone. They gonna talk on the phone. They gonna get her phone, and that's how they gonna get him. They gonna get him. They gonna get him. Just watching the next few hours or a day, you're gonna see the headline. Male that intruded into a room has been captured. And I will be doing that story as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is 9:50. I appreciate you joining into the show. Hit the notification button and subscribe. We're trying to get to 50 members here before the year is out. 2 days, but hey, who am I to dream? And subscribe, and we're gonna have a lot of content coming here. A lot. I've been trying to do this for a while. I just figured I'll just go ahead and step out and do it. So I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night and stay safe. Peace.